Hey, I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a quick warning. If you have like motion sickness, this game is going to be pretty rough for you, so you might want to click away again if you have a motion sickness. Alright, thanks. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel here on YouTube. My name is Bones of Life. I hope you guys are all healthy and well. Today we're going to be playing a little bit of a game called Far, Far West, which is a fantastic little Deep Rock Galactic, Risk of Rain 2-like kind of game. And it kind of has that cell shader almost, not super thick, but I think it does have a little bit of cell shading in this, but it kind of gives me like Borderland vibes. I don't know. Different strokes for different folks maybe, but that's kind of what I get from this. But it is a high octane, intense fun, it's cool little indie game that I'm very happy to share with you guys because it captured the essence of when I first played Deep Rock Galactic. And I think that is a special energy to reconnect with, to be honest. I've sunk in like probably about 25 hours into this game. At this recording, I would say I'm probably in like the 12-hour range, 10-hour range, something like that. And I'm rocking the minigun. I think I used the secondary as the boomerang with this specific setup. I'm not using this setup anymore, so I don't quite remember. But I have a hyper mobility focused build. Even here it was. This is like a toned down version of what I do now. I kind of do like a lot of flying around and jumping and being crazy. I love that style of gameplay. It's what made, what was the game? The Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, I believe it was. That's what made that game a ton of fun to me. It was the wackiness, the over the top, the just, mind boggling things you could do. And you didn't care about balance and stuff as much. And I feel like Far, Far West does that great. And it's a PvE game, so it's perfect for that. Hopefully they don't fall into the trap of the Helldivers problem of like nerfing and buffing and all that. And just kind of just let the game be fun where it's fun. We shall see though, because for right now it is a blast to play. I've been maining the shotgun at the moment, but the minigun is probably the more DPS version of the gun. The more DPS of all the guns that I have, I think, is probably my minigun. It's a long story. There's so much meta building type of stuff that's really cool. Okay, I'm using the Sheriff stars here. So like ninja stars that you can go pick up afterwards, and they have like this delayed hit to them. You're going to notice there's a little bit of latency in this specific game. It was because I was playing online in someone else's server. Usually I host, but I just wanted to go ahead and see what the online server was going to be like. So you're seeing here is a little bit of a delay to it. And I think it's perfect. I think it's actually a great way to show you guys just how this game plays. Now, typically, if you get a ping of about 30 to 40, you're not going to have any issues. I have it play really cleanly, and if you host, you're definitely not going to have any issues. Especially since you have the option to kick very easily in this game. Server, party, menus and everything, very simplistic, and they did it very easily. It's on a server browser kind of menu, and I think that very reminiscent of like Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 days. I love that system. I think that all games should do that system. Just let me pick from a list, you know what I mean? It's like, that's like solid, easy, very Deep Rock Galactic-y as well. They do that same thing. But I just wanted to, let's run through a few of my likes for this game. This gunplay, man, I gotta tell you, and the spells on top of it. These are the two things that really add a level of, it's what alters the dimension between it being Deep Rock Galactic and Risk of Rain 2 adjacent is the spells and the guns mixed, right? also like the mounting in the middle too, to be able to get around the map really fast, which was a genius play by whoever did that, because obviously just shooting off little fireworks real quick just to let everyone know I'm here. This thing, by the way, that I'm going to do right here opens a zone where you have to kill as many enemies as you can. You get a bigger reward for the more that you summon, so that's why I was kind of like, hey guys, I'm over here doing this. That thing that I put around is one of the spells. It's a big Healy circle. I like to play a very supporty Healy type of build. And yeah, that's how I enjoy playing this game. The spells really add something. That buoying ability is the one you're seeing me jump up in the air and bounce around. I freaking cannot get enough of that ability. It's so fun. Their spells are not inconsequential. Like Q is bubble in this one, and it's this big bubble that explodes into big acid pools. That's recently good area denial. There's one that's like a giant beam of fire that just constantly does damage. There's like an acid rain that's a huge AoE that slows down enemies within it. It's very creative, man. And robot cowboys, that is also a very unique idea. it's pretty clear that they're going for what no one does. You know what I mean? They're trying to take a concept that they really like and then twist it so that it's very unique to its own genre. And they did okay. Like, it's not perfect. It brings me up to another point that I'll mention in my concerns. But for right now, let's get back to the like things that I have for it. And I would like to mention that the art style is another thing that really needs to be commended here. It's got like a Rayman vibe because your robots that you are have like no connectors to their arms. So it gives like big Rayman vibes to me. I don't know, maybe no one else thinks that. It's been a long time since Rayman dropped a game. God, maybe that was like Xbox One. Oh, jeez. Anyway, variety and progression systems are pretty good. I think there's like 10 guns between the main and the secondary, and then you get like 4 utility perks or something like that. And then the spells, you can have up to 3 at a time, and each tier has, I think, 5, and I think there are 5 different tiers, so 25 different unique spells, 10 unique different weapons, I believe, 4 unique utilities. And then the interesting part, the thing that they did to make it even more unique, is the Joker system. So you can augment your weapons and your character by getting these Jokers that you add to them. So one, for example, that I use is, I think it's called Glass Cannon. So my guy has, I think, 40 or 30% reduced health, and he gains, like, I think 80% damage or something insane like that. And you have X amount of slots of these, and Jokers are worth X amount of slots each. So that one I just mentioned is worth 5 slots. So it takes up my 5 slots. I have, I think, like 15. You can further augment that by once you get to level 100, you prestige, and you get like a permanent extra Joker slot or a permanent stat slot. Now, speaking of stats, their augment for stats are things like life steal, draw speed for when you're switching weapons, reload speed, damage as you might expect, fire rate as you might expect. And these level up with the level of your weapon. In addition to that, your weapon, when it hits max level or specific level milestones, gains unique Jokers. And I think only that weapon can use it, which is really, really cool. Like the one for the minigun, for example, is you have a 30% chance on every shot to, instead of shooting just a regular bullet, you shoot either a lightning, acid, voodoo, curse magic, or any of the other magics that you have as a 30% chance. It's really cool. It's nice. It adds a lot of variety to your play builds. Customization's nice too. You can play as basically every character that they have in the game. And yeah, welcome to online play, guys. Just the chaos of people spamming. You can change your horse. You can change your cowboy. You can change your emotes. You can change your title. You get little titles that you have. I don't think anyone in here has one, but like mine is like 6 shooting ace or something like that. And it seems to be the developers seem to be very excited. You know, they got their big stroke of success. I have to do another video on Lort. I really do need to make one for that because it would be a great comparison to this. Lort got huge success, and I feel like they're kind of stagnating. Whereas I feel like Far Far West has picked their success, and now it's like their first big patch, and it's looking good. So we'll see where it goes. I'm, tentatively excited. I always get tentatively excited about these sorts of titles because you never know how dedicated the devs are going to be to sticking with this game. You know what I mean? And fair enough. If you're only selling a game for $20, we have to also understand that they have budgetary concerns as well. They're putting a lot of time and energy into a game. We're spending $20 on it once, and then that's it. You have to understand that that's not sustainable in the long run. So yeah, no, it's one of those things, man. Economics, man. Fun. So anyway, let's move on to my concerns. I'd really like to address the longevity of this game. I've played for about 25 hours, and I've locked pretty much everything in the game that there is to unlock, that I want to unlock. I'm unlocking basically just cosmetics I don't want anymore, right? Just to have the 100% completed progression, which I will say is a good thing that I'm still doing that, because games will not usually keep me that long. I'm going to make the Deep Rock Galactic comparison now. I have played Deep Rock Galactic for about 5 years or something like that now, like 3 or 4 or 5 years. I think it was around COVID, a little bit after, or something like that. Anyway, and I still go back to that game just to unlock cosmetics every now and again. I have everything else unlocked in the game, you know what I mean? I don't have any reason to play it, but I do go back on occasion to play it. And I think this could fit the bill for one of those types of games, like your Left 4 Deads, your Warhammer Dark Tides. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm happy to go back to those games when I go back to play them. Yeah, play them for like a week, have a good amount of fun, get some new cool cosmetics, and then, you know, be done with it for a little bit. So that's my concern with this one, is the longevity. I've done everything in like 20 hours, so we'll see. You know, it is early access, and they, you know, they're a wee baby game, just a little tiny baby toddler game. You know, they just need to be given their milk, and they'll grow up real big and strong. So the meat and bones. Cosmetics don't mean a lot right now. You know what I mean? The Jokers are the real grind that you care about doing, is playing all the weapons until you get their unique Jokers. That seems to be the play for me. That's what's kind of like interesting to me, and mastering all the weapons. So they will need to think about a meta progression, something other than just stats up, to make it more interesting. The Jokers is a fantastic play in that regard. So let's see it keep going. I'm rooting for you. Rooting for you guys. I hope that this game continues to play, because I will continue to play it if it continues to get good updates. Good updates, alright? So, what are some changes I'd like to see? I think these are some thoughts, just from a guy who's been playing it for a while, in my opinion, right? Number one, a big thing I would change is, look at that lag, man. That freaking spotlight didn't even see me. The spell slots. I wish we could have one more spell slot. Why not have 4? You know what I mean? I don't see any reason why we shouldn't just be able to have 4. Maybe it is a unlockable at Prestige. I didn't check, but that is something I would look into, more spell slots, because it's a PvE game, man. It's fine. Giving us more options isn't going to kill us. However, don't give too many. I don't think 5 slots is needed. I don't think 6 slots is needed. I think 4 is the sweet spot. You know what I mean? Perfect with me. Or like 3 and an ulti. Ooh. I'm just thinking about that now. It's a good idea. Anyway, character outlines. I think the character outlines need to be thicker, man. And like, I need to be able to distinguish my friendlies from my enemies a little bit better. I think they did fix this a little bit in the most recent like hot fix. But I would still like to see just a thick outline. And honestly, make it customizable. Just let me be the color of my outline. Make my guy have an aura. And then like little cowboy hats float off my back, you know what I mean? Or like a little bolt will run past my character's feet and leave like a dust cloud, you know? Like, make it customizable like that. That stuff is cool and exciting and fun, and I don't know how hard it is for content, but, you know, to make as a dev, but that would be my suggestion. Like, I really like it though. I genuinely really like this game. I can't wait to come back to it after a couple of updates and hits, I think is where I'm sitting with it right now. So just more content, man. That's the long and short of it, is I just want to see more content. So, let's talk about my overall thoughts as we get to the end here. This is the final boss, the Cryptic Train of this mission. There are 4 or 5 of them, I think. There's like the Vulture, there's the Necromancer, there's the Saloon, and then there's the one I just fought, the train. So, anyway, yeah. I would definitely say, if you guys wanted to try this game, it is worth a buy in its current state at full price. Not even joking. At $20, I think is well worth the price you're getting for what you're gonna enjoy in a game like this. If you enjoy variety, like if you're a person who's like, I like to play this one weapon and I'm only ever gonna play this one weapon for the entire time I play this game, you'll probably get bored of your weapon pretty fast in this game. So be ready to want some variety or switching things up. Yeah, and then just longevity. I don't know. I hope that it can stay in the long run. Otherwise, what it has right now, the foundation, the bones, is meaty and yummy, and I want to make gravy out of it. You know what I mean? And I want to savor it to its last little delicious drop. But we'll have to see if that is the way that the devs handle it, the way that the community handles it. We'll see. It's, you know, up there with that Helldivers rotation, which I heard they were big inspired by. So anyway, I don't want to waste you guys' time too much with the meta, because usually I do like a meta section at the end where I'm like, here's the town, here's the cosmetics. I'm going to spare you that, and I've told you what the Joker system was and the stat system and all that, so I recommend just come buy it. Like just give it a shot, man. Like, honestly, give it the 2-hour refund window, and if it doesn't wow you and you don't like it, get your money back, man. Just, in 2 hours, you could probably play like 3 or 4 games online if you just played online. So, I mean, you'll get a good sense for if you like it or not. But, yeah, anyway, I'm getting down to the end here, and I just wanted to do any final announcements and things. You're probably noticing I'm being slow on my uploads. I really apologize for that, guys. I'm having a hard time finding time to do live commentary. You'll notice this is not live commentary, I'm sure. And it makes me a little annoyed that I can't do it because of my daughter, my daughters, and my living situation. But I think I just need to like suck it up and be like, dude, like less edits is okay, and just doing these post commentaries is fine. You know, in fact, a script is even better because I can then get my thoughts more articulated if I wanted to be a positive Paul about it instead of a negative Nancy. So I don't know, this game was a fun one, dude. I was so excited to make this video. I was really enjoying this one. So this is Far Far West out there on Steam. Link in the description box below. We're all gonna hop on this train here and extract to get out because it's got that like Tarkov element to it, you know, where you make it out. It's more like Helldivers, really. You don't get loot, but. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one, which should be in a couple weeks here. And it should be fun. So take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.